Well, alrighty then. Here we are. We're back again. I've decided to take the mining platform up and give you a aerial view of what this thing can do and what it is doing. Maybe somebody can shed some light into this phenomenon I'm experiencing. So let's get back into the game and see what's going on here. Now, if you notice, left hand corner down there where the HUD is at, you're seeing. You notice I'm doing a 0.3637 meters per second drop. I've checked all my engines and made sure that the leaks were all patched and everything, and then I haven't had any luck with it. So what I'm doing right now is we're just over a lake over here in the desert, and I'm heading back to my new base, my first new base. So if you can hold with me here, I'm trying to yaw this thing in the right direction so we don't flip it. Thing's got a lot of power. Even with the gyros, this thing flies like a Mack truck. So if you see my hydro truck up there in the front, it's hooked to a connector. It's locked into a connector, and we're scooting right along here. We've got about 50 kilometers to go, and we'll stop at the new base and go from there. I've got this game heavily modded, if you're wondering. Yes, it's heavily modded. I've got the speed mods on it. I've got all the Ultima cargo containers and battery mods and everything else like that. I'll go over those mods in another video, but for right now, we're just gonna fly over to the new base site, and we're gonna sit down there. I'm gonna show you my first starter base when I first crash landed on the planet. So give us a few minutes here. We're gonna get there here just shortly. Let's see if we can go into. Yeah, there we go. And as you can see how sometimes with the speed and everything, that the boom does bounce around and shift around a bit. You see we're kind of tilted a little bit, so I just kind of hit it with the gyros. Note, when you're making a platform this size, make sure you put plenty of gyros on it, because if you don't, you're not going to be able to turn this thing at all. It's going to be worse. It's going to be like trying to fly a brick with no control. So just be sure to add extra gyros on it. Matter of fact, I've got to add a few more. I guess we're going away from the new base site, huh? Well, kind of lost track there for a second. We're almost on the outer cusp of space here. All right, there we go. She does bounce around a little bit, yes, and she. Wait a minute. Scratch that. We're going to the new base that I just built in the last couple of days. I've been trying these tunneling machines and stuff like that, which I'll show you. Another guy that that plays the game, that uploads his content to Steam, had built a tunneling boring machine, and I tell you what, that thing, I modified it a little bit, and it's fantastic. So what I've done is I've dug a hole in a mountain somewhere, and I've built an underground base to keep us protected from meteors and bad guys and everything else. So let's see what and the way I'm playing in this mode, I'm just playing in creative mode, so we're not having to build any, we're not having to weld any structures or anything like that. We're just experimenting. Okay, looks like we're here. Okay, let's get on the ground. Let's drop the nose a little bit. Let's see. Do a little of that. sideways. We're still about 3K out, 4K out. Let's go ahead and turn this thing off. Hit H to get away from your signet tags on the screen so you can see what you're doing. And there's our base right down below us here on the lake. Scenery in this game is pretty nice. Okay, we should be right above it. See them black dots over there off to the right? That's all ore patches. Alright, down we go. Always, after you've landed this thing, you got to go back and check your stuff. I've actually damaged the rotor in transit because of the weight of the drill heads. So that's one of those things you got to take into consideration. You can see, if you can see down there, right down off my left corner, kind of left front, you'll see what appears to be a wall there. That's my base. That's the front end of my base. So we're moving in that direction now. Now if I can get over here and get on the ground without crushing something. Usually it's landing gear. I have a horrible time with landing gear. Always blowing the landing gear out from underneath. Mostly it's my little guy, my little miner. Doing the tunneling and stuff underground with that miner, it makes it really hard on it sometimes, and I wind up ripping the landing gear off on a regular basis. So yeah, that's one little thing that I'm hard on is mining, is my landing gear. So there she is. If you can see it, we'll hop out here in just a minute. I'm getting into position right now. Okay, we're still dropping at 0.3 meters per second. We are at 48 meters up. Actually, the seat on this thing stands about 10 meters off the ice, I believe. So we're just going to give it a little bump down. I gotta check and see if that coupling's damaged on the connector's damaged for my little small miner. Okay, we're almost there. There we go. That way you don't have to see the drill head bounce around. I can check with you know what's. Okay, I think we're on, and we're locked. Okay, now let me hop out. See, I don't have a pressurized unit, so I don't have a pressurized cabin in this thing, so technically you can't really take it into space without oxygen, on board oxygen. But there's the little miner. I'm gonna get him off of here real quick. Oops, forgot to turn the engines off. I always shut my engines down so I don't waste a lot of the ice and stuff I have on board, but then these things, the way these things are set up, they'll last forever on a full tank of ice. Okay, let me hop out of here. Alrighty then. Well, we're back at the base, back at the main base, and I'll go ahead and upload this video, and then we'll take a tour of my underground base. Okay? Have a great day. See you the next time. Bye now.